Happy Wednesday, Floss Tube. Hello, crafty friends. Today is Wednesday, December the 9th. My name is Caroline. Welcome back. Daily Crafty Chat. And I've changed a few things behind me. I've brought back Miss Patty's pillow in the back there. I've also moved my camera a little bit closer to the backdrop. I know that usually it's not very clear in the video. So if you like looking at the things that are behind my head, hopefully they're a little bit better today. Though the screen's still pretty small, so I can readjust tomorrow if it's still not quite close enough. So yes, that is the gigantic version of the 2018 Holiday Evertote mitten. That chart can be found on my shop page, which is www.evertote.com. That was a pattern designed by Rachel Nichols for one of the very first holiday collections that I put out. And if you've been here for a little bit, you'll know that the same time that Miss Patty started her giant version way back in 2018, I started my teeny tiny version. And here we are 2 years later, 2020, and I'm still not done. But that's okay. Here is my version. This is a 28 count linen, and I am stitching one thread over one. And this morning's 30 minutes of crafting, I finished off the teal length of floss that I had in here, and I added a couple of extra red diamonds because I like to do my fill-in up to, you know, what I'm filling it into. So I want to, next step is to stitch the diamonds on the other side. And then I am going to stitch the heart in the middle. That's my next step. My beans on toast needle minder. I had a question in the comment field yesterday wanting to know where I got this or who is the maker. This was a gift that I received. Okay, I just had to replace the battery in my camera, so let's bring you just a little bit closer. How's that? I know I'm moving my sewing machine. You're sitting on top of my sewing machine. So I'm just bringing you a little bit closer, making sure I don't knock my coffee over. There we go. How's that? Is that better? Okay, I was telling you about my my needle minder. This was a gift sent to me just a couple of days ago by a lady named Monica. And Monica had this made. I think she asked the maker to make this. I don't think this was a beans on toast minder that was just sitting in the shop. So Monica, if you see this, could you please let me know who made this, and then I can share that information. It's super cute. Beans on toast. So the story I was telling yesterday about the beans on toast, I met my friend Louise at Thread and Eye, and we were talking about framing, and the end of that story is that it's just a little bit of a, you know, it's kind of one of those jokes, but not a joke, because there's a little bit of kernel of truth to it, where you've spent so much money on framing that you're going to have to eat beans on wieners, beans on toast, or craft dinner KD for the rest of the month, because you've spent so much of your monthly budget on framing. So that was just the end of that little story there. Okay, so my mitten is, you know, half an hour a day. It's growing, and that's been my little Flossmas Christmas focus. That and another little bit of Christmas stitching that I've been doing that I'm going to share with you in just a minute. Knitting. I actually did manage to have a good night's sleep last night, so I didn't have quite as much knitting time in the middle of the night. But I did this morning add one more stripe onto my Timber Yarns 12 Days of Christmas sock. So I added that blue stripe. There we go. There it is. Isn't it pretty? And then next up is a slightly lighter brown, almost like a, what's that? This reminds me of that toffee that you would unwrap. There's a color of toffee that comes in one of those candy wrappers that's wrapped up on both ends. That's that color. But and then you can see no more blue on the ball. So it is yeah, one more stripe, done. And really, one stripe, it's 4 or 5 rows. It doesn't take very long at all. And it's so satisfying to get to the next color and you think, yes, I did it. So this is really fun. So that is Timber Yarns. Local to me dyer here in Ontario, Canada. And Heather, the dyer behind Timber Yarns, they are very well known for their self-striping yarn. It's excellent, excellent yarn. You will have seen a video a few days ago where the screen capture is I'm holding up a packet of beautiful yarn. There's a green mini in the package. That is a giveaway that I have up at the moment that was very generously gifted to me by Timber Yarns for a 10,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm going to be pulling the name of that winner on Saturday, this Saturday coming. So if you haven't caught that video yet and you'd like to put your name in the hat for that skein of yarn, I will ship it anywhere in the world. I have it in my possession. Doesn't matter where you live, I'll ship it anywhere. I am here in Canada. So I love, love, love Heather's yarn. My Leo and Roxy stock, I did 2 or 3 rounds. That was about it. So nothing really new to show from last night. And that was all of my crafting last night. I have a rather big shop update that I'm working on. So actually, the rest of this video is going to have to do with, I'm going to be talking now for the rest of this video on the shop update that I'm doing tomorrow night, Thursday, December the 10th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're not interested at all in that, then this is the end of the regular part of the video, and I will see you tomorrow. So I mentioned at the end of yesterday's video, you okay there? I mentioned at the end of yesterday's video that what my plans were for the shop update for tomorrow night, and the new exciting thing that I'm going to be starting to offer in the shop, which is a brand new floss collection put out by Leo and Roxy Yarn Company. And I'm going to leave links down below to both their Instagram page and their yarn shop, which is the Little Red Mitten. They're in their yarn shop is in St. Thomas, Ontario, and Carrie and Jolynn, the owners and the dyers behind Leo and Roxy, are a lot of fun and make beautiful, beautiful yarn and now floss. So how exciting is that? So I have I've taken some video of the fabrics and few bits and pieces of what is going to be in the shop update tomorrow. I thought it might be fun to show you kind of my work table in sort of the infancy of my work planning, because you know, I'm going to be working quite late, right up until the shop update tomorrow night, getting all of the samples done, all of the pictures taken and the listings written and the website updated. And so the fun part for me is planning, you know, what's going to go with what and what I'm going to put in the shop date, and also figuring out my numbers. How much do I have of whatever I'm going to be offering. So I've taken some video with the camera right on the fabrics, and eventually at the end of those clips, the floss. So if you'd like to have a little sneak peek of what's going to be available tomorrow, then I'm going to put that video in right here. So here we go. Here's what I'm working with. We've got, this one has the ginger kitty on it and party hats. So sweet. And I love this fish scale here. So this is going to be the accent. This will be the main. I will have some mediums and some larges, and this will have a black zipper. Then I've got Marcel the Party Cat. This print here, and this is going to have this rose colored accent, and this matching print will be the lining for this bag. Here, this print here, this is going to be the lining for the Ginger Kitty bag, as well as the Notions pouch for the larger cat print. And this one as well will have a black zipper. So that's how those are those bags. And yeah, I'm pretty excited to put those together. The other thing that I'm just so over the moon about, I have, this will be the zipper pull charm to go with the cat bags. How awesome is that? Love those. So if you are not a cat person, but you would still really like to have a chance to buy one of the initial Leo and Roxy floss packages with bag set, I am offering a completely different style bag for those of you who you know, are just not cat people. There's people who are dog people, there are people who are just not animal people at all. So I thought it would be really nice to offer a different option. So this beautiful print will be the main, and if you look closely, there's a tiny little fox in the forest. I love this fabric. I love this fabric so much. So I'm going to pair this. I'm actually going to put this on the bottom of the bag, and then the top of the bag, this beautiful mustardy sort of, oh, it's just so beautiful. Actually, the camera's picking up the color. It's a little bit darker maybe in the camera than in real life, but it's got this beautiful white dot. And then this is going to be at the top, and then I'm going to put a white zipper at the top. I still haven't quite figured out the Notions pouch to go with this one because I don't think I'm going to have enough of this print to do both the accent and the Notions pouch. So I need to have a little look through my stacks and see what I can put with it. This is going to have a white cotton lining. Simple. Beautiful. All right, so those are my fabrics that I'm working on. There is also going to be, I'm going to pop some sweater bags in the shop as well tomorrow night. Hang on, I'll show you, just remind you what that looks like. Okay, so here is the last print that I will have that's an update in the shop tomorrow night. And I have cut up the last of what I have. This is all I have left. Last winter I offered this in the large flat, and that was the only style that I offered. So this year I've cut up my remaining bolt, and I'm going to have some wedge totes and some medium flats. I've called this the jeans and a sweater bag because I have some beautiful, absolutely beautiful denim that I'll be putting on the bottom of this bag. And this sweet argyle print is the lining and the Notions pouch. I love that. Actually, I can't promise that it will be entirely the Notions pouch. I may have to see about that because lining takes a lot of yardage, and I've got a fair number of bags here. So I will start out with using this as the lining and the Notions, and then I'll see how many I can squeeze out of what I've got left. And this will be the zipper in that bag. So that I love this combo. It's such a fun bag. So looking forward to getting my samples made up. And those are my fabrics. Now that I've shown you that, I get to show you the floss. So back when we decided to, when Carrie and I originally started talking about the floss as an idea to dye, I thought that it would be fun to put it together with a bag to introduce the thread itself. And so I sent Carrie a photo of these fabrics that I had ordered. I will often order my prints sometimes 6 months before I actually get them, and I have been super excited about this collection. It's it's not really showing true to color. This is not white, the background of this print. It's a really lovely sort of pale cream that that these cats are on this one, and this one is more of a sort of pale khaki green. What that one's on. So I had sent her a photo of the fabric that was coming, the collection, and she came up with the floss. So are you ready to see it? I'm going to show you all 4 of the collection at first, and then I'll tell you what Carrie and Jolynn have named them. So here we go. Ta-da! Look at that floss. Look at that floss. It's so beautiful. Okay, so there's the tag. You are getting 8 yards in each skein. First up, we have cinnamon. Let's see if I can get it to focus there. There we go. So, cinnamon. Antique wedding dress. Let's come over here so maybe it won't try to focus on the cats. There we go. This one, oh yeah, this one is called Spruced Up. This is my skein of Spruced Up. So it doesn't have the color name written on it. So, oh, this is so pretty. Look at that green. And I have to say, I do have a favorite. I don't think it shocks anyone. This is very cranberry. Look at that color. Let's bring it onto the green here. Let it focus there. There. That color. So those are the initial 4 colors, dyed by Leo and Roxy, floss collection. So I had told you that I had done some stitching with it. So I've got that right here. I'm going to pop it in the screen to show you. Look at that. Oh my, look at it. It's just, oh, it's beautiful. So of course I use the Very Cranberry and the Antique Wedding Dress. And this pattern is the Christmas Stars by Dorothy Kunze on the Silk Stitching app. You can find, it's a large chart. I think there are 24 different star designs. And so I've done the first one. My idea is to stitch them all individually and finish them as ornaments. I am using this is a 28 count gingerbread even weave, and I think you would agree that my white stitches look pretty darn good. Sorry, they're not white, are they? It's ecru. Hopefully that is focusing okay. I think it is. Oh, it's just beautiful. It stitches up really, really nicely. So there you have it. So yeah, that's what I've got to share with you. And this will be, again, like I said before, these bags as pre-order will be available in the shop, www.evertote.com, tomorrow, which is Thursday, December the 10th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I have 65 sets of floss. So I will have 65 various bags, mediums, larges, in both the cat print and the tree, the forest print that's buried under the, there we go. The sweater bag will just be the sweater bag. There will not be floss. I will also be offering the bags without the floss if you would just like the bags. And then eventually, down the road, once we have some more colors and some more supply, you know, sort of clears up the issues with getting enough undyed material, you know, I will be able to sell the floss individually as well. Hooray, hooray. Very exciting. So as you can see, I have a fair bit of work ahead of me. So I better get to it. So yes, I am really, really, really excited about starting to offer a brand new line of floss hand dyed here in Canada. So what else can I tell? Oh, I remember. I wanted to tell you about the pegboard. So when I was thinking about how I was going to store the floss and how I was going to show it off, I thought, well, I should have some pegboard and I should have it hanging behind myself while I'm chatting with you in the video, and that way we all get to enjoy the beautiful colors and I get to, you know, pet it and whatnot. But the thing is, you know, realistically, I have a dog. I have a white dog, and I think it's far more important that because I'm dealing with I'll be dealing with some quantity here. I think it's important that the end product remain as pristine and clean and nice and beautiful and ready for you to stitch as possible. So though I have this wonderful display unit behind my head that my husband will be thrilled that he's put up for me, and now I'm not going to put floss on it, the floss that is for sale will be kept in the packaging that I receive it in from Leo and Roxy, in order to keep it absolutely perfect until I package it and send it out to you. So what I am going to put on the pegboard is my floss. So this will be a home for my personal stash of Leo and Roxy floss, and I am so excited to, as time goes by, see the colors that they will offer grow, and you know, it's a little fledgling little company through Leo and Roxy. Their yarn business is thriving, so dyeing floss is brand new for them, and so, you know, starting out with 4 colors, it's small, but it's kind of exciting to be in on it right from day one, and so I'm super excited. So the Leo and Roxy floss that is going to hang on the pegboard is going to be my personal stash, and anything that I am selling that I will be shipping out to you as the purchaser will have been kept in the original plastic bag packaging that I purchase through Leo and Roxy, so that it will remain absolutely perfect. So I think that's it. Tomorrow I will show you, hopefully I'll have some sample bags ready by the time I record. Well, I will, because I'll have a few. We have some family plans later this afternoon and going into the evening, so that's why I might be a little bit behind tomorrow. So tomorrow's video will probably be fairly short, but I will hopefully have some sample bags to show you before I will have put the photos up on the shop. So 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be the bags available, the sets available in the shop. Very exciting. Once again, just a reminder, these are pre-orders. So these bags, I will be shipping them as I make them. So again, it's kind of one of those things where this is all a little bit unknown to me, how fast it's going to sell. You know, are they going to sell over the next 3 weeks and I'll be able to keep up? Or are they all going to sell in, you know, 6 hours and it's going to take me 3 weeks to get the orders out from tomorrow's shop update? It's really hard to know. So if I just let you know now that I will be sending them out in the order they come in, but if your order is 6 hours after the first order and they all come in, then you might not get it until, you know, the middle of January. So but I'll have a better idea after the shop update has happened tomorrow night. So I'm very excited. Okay, so that is it for me. I better get back to work. I've got some sewing to do, and I will see you tomorrow. I hope you're well. I hope you're having a good day and that you've got some time for some personal crafting this evening. And I'll check in with you again tomorrow. So happy stitching, everybody. Take care. See you tomorrow.